everyone. So I'm not gonna lie, for me, this is one of those chapters that started off simple enough, but the moment Professor Weiss gave Pino the microchip containing her memories, everything else became kind of background noise to me, and more often than not, I would be yelling at the screen, "Can we please just get the reveal already?" Even the stuff about them finally being able to enter the Mother Cosmos, I'm calling until we get an official name, had me waving it off as yeah, that's good, but can we please get to the memories? And then we did, which, yeah, despite Rachel reassuring Pino it was a good memory, the implications of the last few pages more or less seem to allude to the idea that we might have just jumped the gun a bit in booking it to the Mother Cosmos, because if Pino's reaction to her own memories is anything to go off of, tragedy is set to befall everyone, but especially the Starshines. And while I hate to use a Spider-Verse term, it's almost one of those things that's feeling like it's feeling like the whole, like the part with the Starshines is a bit of a canon event. Like if Witch's death wasn't the only one that can't be undone, but the deaths of all the Starshines are going to happen, and it's possibly going to be something that can't be undone either. But so it applies to all of them in that way. And I think in a way, I think that the same pretty much applied to Ziggy, that his death was likely to happen as well. But instead of letting things play out like pretty much play out the first way they were supposed to, I think he pretty much chose how, when, and how he would die. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from all this. But maybe the fact that it's revealed Pino willingly erased her memories means that there might be a way to subvert all this from happening as well. She just doesn't have the answer at this moment, and she has to kind of like figure out a way to subvert it all anyway. Like that's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now, is that the deaths of the Starshines are kind of inevitability, and that it's like how are we supposed to subvert that kind of thing. The only question now is what awaits us in this cosmos, and what's going to be the event that triggers like this tragedy to happen. That's kind of the only question I have right now. With that said, despite how overly dramatic a reaction the memories reveal made me have, I did still like a lot of the interactions amongst the crew of this chapter, such as Hermit acting a wee bit like a jealous girlfriend and comparing notes between the Weisses, the way she knows and the older one, by asking straight up, "So you like bunny girls, huh?" And then Weiss responding very dryly, I think she pretty much only likes old geezers." And just more generally seeing our Weiss and the professor having this sort of more this goodbye, but also leaving with somewhat mutual respect for each other. It's a very nice scene, and for as much as I might have thought the professor was going to die, I am ultimately glad it didn't go in that direction, because it allows for something better like this to happen, of like both Weisses kind of leaving with a bit of mutual respect for each other. And again, I think Weiss is gonna be leaving leaving this off with having like a bit more of a respect for the professor, and just a bit more of an idea of where he wants to go in his life now. Having said that, we do need to talk about what Professor Weiss revealed in the chapter, which is Joker is still out there, and honestly, knowing that, Joker's fate could go one of two ways. Either it's going to go exactly as I thought it would, which is the idea of one, hunting her down and destroying her, or, and this is my personal hope, that Joker is going to be able to remain under the radar until the climax of the series, because based off the whole conversation about Joker, it sounds like Mashima is setting her up as the ace in the hole to destroy one, because one, when you get down to it, one is ultimately just a piece of code and programming inhabiting a physical body, which can, and physical code and programming like that can be hacked given the right circumstances. So I think given the right circumstances, I think Joker is going to be the one in order to help effectively destroy one once and for all. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, at least from it. I don't know how. Again, I want to assume that is what Mashima was doing, and I wouldn't mind her coming back to kind of help help like destroy Joker kind of thing. And yeah, aside from that, there's not too much to really talk about other than I got a serious case of laughter from the Starshines thanking Rebecca for saving them, because you have Witch and Valkyrie basically giving these stoic like like thank yous. Then you have Ivory completely losing her shit at the thought of Rebecca touching her naked body, further proving, unnecessarily so, mind you, just how much of a horny masochist she is. Like, just the thirstiness is always on with Ivory. I guess there's a reason her whole thing is that of a dominatrix, and because she never turns that shit off. And like, okay, as much as I just complained about it, frankly, I don't think we would ever want her to stop. Like, let's be real about it. We're all a bunch of horny motherfuckers who really kind of get off on that shit. Like, it is just absolutely hilarious that she's this much of a horny masochist. Like, it's, I don't know, it's just funny. It really is funny the way that it really is kind of funny the way Ivory's character is. Like, I know it's probably annoying for some, but yeah, for me, I just get too much fun out of seeing her reactions with the other crew. It's kind of freaking hilarious. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. From on Twitter, Analyze Crunchyroll, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight Valley signing off. Later, everyone.